Once
a great
drought
came across the land.
Day after day.
No drop of rain.
Day after day.
Week after week.
The sun beat down.
Month after month. The whole country dried up.
And there was no water to be found.
Now there was a certain pond in this country, and as day after day the sun blazed, the water in the pond sank lower
and lower
until it was only about this deep.
A great many frogs had been living in the pond, but
as the water dried,
the froggies died until the dried up mud on the banks of the pond was completely covered over with the bodies of dead frogs.
One day, a certain jackal came out of the forest.
He was very pleased to find this pond because the pool that he'd been drinking from had all dried up. So he built himself a platform out of mud and he stuck posts in the four corners of the platform. Then he gathered bundles of dried grass and stuck them on top of the posts like a thatched roof.
Then he looked around and he saw all the frog corpses. And being a foolish animal, a member of the dog family, he thought,
"Ooh, they're beautiful."
So what did he do? He gathered a bunch of frog corpses,
strung a fringe of them around the edge of his thatch.
Then in each of his ears, he hung a dead frog.
Like an earring.
Now, swarms of rats had already taken to gathering at this pond to drink because it was the only water left for miles around. But now the jackal laid down the law.
"No rat,"
he declared,
"shall so much as taste even a drop of my water until he first bows down to me and worships me and sings me my hymn, which I wrote about me." And it goes like this. "A temple all of gold I found, with golden lamps hung all around. And lo, the God himself appears, with shining diamonds in his ears."
You know, even a rat can tell a dead frog from a diamond.
But, like it or not,
every rat had to sing, or else
no water.
So after each rat had sung the hymn and knocked his head on the ground,
bump, bump,
three times in front of the jackal, worshiping him as if he were a god, then,
and only then,
was the rat allowed to go down to the pond and take a sip of the water.
One day, who should come to the pond to drink but an ox with one eye. "Ho, ho, one-eyed ox!
Oh, jackal!
Not one drop till you sing the hymn," says the ox.
"What hymn?"
"My hymn, which I made up, all by myself, all about me." And it goes like this. Only listen closely. I'm only going to sing it once. "A temple all of gold I found." Well, it's this, you see. Temple, gold, right? "With golden lamps hung all around." Oh, yeah, see the lamps there? Yeah? Want me to make them twinkle? "And lo, the God himself appears." Well, that is stretching the truth. I've been here all day. "With shining diamonds in his ears."
Oh, my. You made that song up. All by yourself.
Well, I had a little divine inspiration, I suppose, from me.
Well, that's some song, all right. I never heard anything like it in my life. I know what I should do. I should practice that song over and over and over again while I'm a-drinking. That would save your precious time. I want to get it just right. It'd be a shame to spoil a thing like that.
Well, the jackal was so pleased and flattered he agreed, and he and all the rats
waiting around the pond for a drink
watched as the ox
lumbered down to the water and took a long drink.
Everybody watched as the ox
turned and lumbered back up the hill to stand in front of
the jackal sitting on his muddy throne with its thatched roof and a string of dead frogs.
And the 2 dead frogs dangling from his ears.
Hurry up, sonny boy. Start up the hymn. The God is waiting.
The ox lifted his big head.
Opened his big mouth and sang.
A dirty, smelly thatch I found, with rotting frogs hung all around. Oh no, some mangy jackal's here, with stinking frogs in both his ears.
And from around the pond came the sound of hundreds of sarcastic rat laughs. Blasphemer!
Shouted the jackal.
How dare you abuse the God?
And he jumped down off his muddy throne.
And he ran at the ox.
The ox ran away.
And as he was running,
all the water in his belly began slushing around from side to side.
what's that?
Shouted the jackal. It's a hounds at your heels,
Says the ox.
And the jackal was
So scared.
the very idea.
Dogs!
Without thinking or looking, he turned and ran in the opposite direction.
And as it happens, he ran right into the middle of a pack of hunting hounds.
Snip, snap.
That's the end of our tale.
Heaven only knows what became of his.
And now for the final hymn.
If some guy says he's God, he ain't.
He's no angel, he's no saint.
Just lift his coattails up.
You'll find a jackal's tail on his behind. And all the rats sing amen. That's our show, folks. Thank you very much.
Ha ha ha!